Hey Bulldogs, Chris Bryant here. In today's NP Route 3-minute video practice test and lab, we're going to be tackling a route redistribution question that I'm going to have up here on the board for you in about 15 seconds. Then we're going to see the answer and go through a couple of tips as we always do on live Cisco routers as well. Just a quick notice about what you're seeing on the screen right now. For a limited time, you can get a free NP Route hard copy study guide when you purchase my CCNP Route DVD. You definitely want to check this out because this is not a permanent offer. It is the ultimate in CCNP Route exam prep, and you get immediate online access to the videos and the book. So definitely worth checking out there. Now let's head for this question. What is the end result or the net result of this configuration? And all we're doing is redistributing OSPF process 5 into EIGRP AS100. Are we going to see successful redistribution here without the subnets? Is it going to fail? Are we going to see internal routes but not external? Or is it going to be successful and we'll see a seed metric of 20? So let me go ahead and hit my timer here. I'm not going to put it on the screen this time. Let's bring the live equipment up. And we're working between routers 1 and 3 here. And what I did earlier, and I'll just scroll up to show you that I always trust but verify before I start a video or a lab, is that we have our EIGRP adjacency, no trouble there. And God bless loopbacks, we can make all the networks we want. And this is about as simple as EIGRP, that is, an OSPF we're ever going to get. So this is what we've got right now, and I'm going to go ahead and configure the redistribution now. So let me go to the bottom of that config, and let's go to router EIGRP 100. And we'll do a redistribute OSPF 5. When you're doing the number 1 all the time, like for decades, it's hard to start doing another number. So we'll go with 5. And we've got that network, and let's see if this is first off a legal command to begin with. And it is, because we see the CR right there. So let's go ahead and punch that in. And we didn't see any end of the world or adjacencies come down or anything like that. And let's go over to router 3. And run show IP route EIGRP, and we don't have anything. It looks like the redistribution is not successful, but yet we didn't get any kind of error message here, and it is a legal command by itself. Well, let's go back and check our answers, and we can always eliminate it. Well, we know this isn't it because we haven't seen any classful versus classless. That's not the deal. And external, internal isn't the deal either. And we can already see that it looks like D is not going to be right either, so the route redistribution is actually failing. And the problem is, with EIGRP, you've got to specify a seed metric. See that seed metric of 20 that was in choice D, I believe, that refers to routes redistributed into OSPF. OSPF has that default seed metric of 20. But EIGRP doesn't have a default seed metric. You've got to define one. You can do that in one of two ways. And that's kind of a bonus question. I couldn't put it up there because it would have given the first question away. There are two different ways you can do that, though. Do you know them both? Because it's a really good idea to know this stuff in Cisco land. Always a good idea to know more than one way to do things. First off, we could put it right here because it says metric for redistributed routes. And if we put metric right there, then we're going to have to start doing the bandwidth. It's not just one seed metric, then the delay metric, and then so forth. There is another way to do it, though, and that is with the default metric command. That's the other one we were looking for. If you don't use default metric, you would have to specify the metrics at the end of each redistribute command. But if you just go ahead and use default metric under EIGRP, then it's going to start asking you for the same metrics, but they will be applied to all redistributed routes. So really a bonus question for you there as well. And again, remember, OSPF has that seed metric of 20, but EIGRP doesn't have a default seed, and neither does RIP. So that ties up, or finishes up, I should say, today's CCNP ROUTE Video Bootcamp. Come on out and join us on Twitter, YouTube, my blog, and on Facebook as well. And we're going to have free NA and NP ebooks on Amazon starting in May, which is pretty darn soon, so I better get back to work. I'm Chris Bryant. Thanks for making TBA part of your Cisco certification success story.